Okay. Um, the morning number. It's about 10 o'clock right now. So let me just do some stuff. I don't know what I'll be doing this morning, if anything. Here's a kind of an update for you. So Friday was cool, and I'll show you what I did. Because I reset my account and didn't give anything much thought and just hit the button on kind of my trades, and it worked out well for me. But now I'm going into today, like what almost feels like a little bit of a fear factor of like, I don't want to lose my momentum. Um, so, not that I'm going to try and push myself to do something today, but I don't want to get in the habit of every time I do something good that I'm scared to do it again because I don't want to. I don't want to, you know, ruin the confidence that I just made. But I will say, the way that I see this, well, first of all, yesterday, Friday we traded down a lot, but I'm still kind of looking at this swing low right here. That we never took that, so I assume that ultimately that's where we're going, even though it didn't really do it yet. But we'll see. Um, this right here is the consequent encroachment of this low we made up to this high, and maybe because I'm not 100% sure, I should also just do one of the last candle. Okay, so right there. And honestly, that would have helped me a couple minutes ago. So there's the consequent encroachment of that daily candle. And what I was looking at a minute ago is I had the sell side liquidity pool on here with our opening range gap below us, and that was our first 15-minute swing low. The other thing I was looking at is this was our 15-minute swing low, and other than that, this was our only other buy side liquidity. And buy side liquidity here, that's what I meant, buy side. The only other one was all the way up here. And so this is the one I was looking at, and so I thought it was already going to go there. You know, I saw we traded down at 9:30, traded up, and I was watching these 5-minute bodies respect the bottom of that end log right there, and I liked that. However, it was before 10:30. It was before 10:30. Um, Sorry, it was before 10. I was blinking. It was before 10 o'clock. Um, and it wasn't, I guess, in what I like to see, there wasn't exactly like a. I don't want to say there's not a nice entry because you're going to come back and be like, well, it's right there, dude. I just didn't take this chart, okay? But I was looking at this sell side down here. I saw the 5-minute bodies respecting that in here, and I was just watching this. But seems how when this 5-minute candle was open, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have known. Maybe I should have known. Um, so I missed out this morning, and ultimately, I think my only option is to look for another short if I was to take a trade this morning. That was the opening range gap down here. That's the 5:30 range. 15-minute chart. There's our 15-minute swing lows down here, and ever since, oops, again, it's only Monday from an open, high, low, close perspective. It doesn't make, it can do it at once, you know, but we never traded below the NWOG, and so that kind of leads me to believe that well, I guess what I'm getting at is, in my opinion, this is a premium compared to where we came from, but not really compared to this. Um, if I'm ultimately looking here for the week or on the daily, eventually I would think that it's going to come trade through all of this. So I don't really know. I might just honestly make this video kind of short because I guess I want to say I sat through two hypotheticals already this morning. One where the 5-minute bodies were respecting that, and the other thing, I saw these relative equal lows right here. Right there. And so as soon as this candle 930, 931, as soon as the 931 candle closed below the open, I wanted to sell this right here. But again, it was before 930. So I'm just curious. I also didn't kind of take it because I thought it was super short and like didn't want to take a 10 handle trade this early in the morning. Obviously that's not 10 handles. But yeah, there's just kind of everything that already went through my head this morning. It's already 10:08 this I will show you what I did on Friday. So Friday was interesting. It's funny. I didn't take any shorts on Friday, but I was 100% bearish. I only took longs, and I was 100% bearish. But what I did after our conversation the other day about if you see your hypotheticals, just reset your account and press the button. So I reset the account and I just started pressing the button, and it worked out good. I don't remember. I wiped my chart, so I don't remember exactly what I had on here because I didn't make a video too. But I don't know if there was something down here that told me this was the bottom, or if I just was like, okay, well, it's showing me this maybe a body of a larger time frame respecting something. But anyway, as soon as I wish I knew what this was. I think opening range gap consequent encroachment was right here maybe, and then this was the first percent or the first fair value gap below that opening range gap. So as soon as it got above that opening range or that inversion fair value gap, took that change in state of delivery, I bought one. But then my trading view lagged, and I wanted to enter the trade, so I accidentally bought another one. So then I had two on. I guess I took profit in this fair value gap, and then stopped myself out here. Interestingly. Maybe I closed it. I don't know. I don't know what this is, because even... Maybe it closed below this fair value. Oh, no. It left this BC right here. So I think I moved my stop below the third candle of the BC. Right here. Anyway, so as soon as it got back above that, or closed above this inversion fair value gap, I bought it again. And I think I might have bought two again, because that other one worked out kind of okay. So I bought two again. Took out one above this swing high, and then the second one inside this fair value gap, which I'm pretty sure was right below the consequent encroachment of the opening range. The other thing that was kind of funny is I got stopped out here, and I'm not disappointed about it at all. So because I was bearish, I was more or less guessing. So maybe this wasn't the smartest trade to take, but I'm kind of quite happy with it. Um, I was looking at this fair value gap right here, knowing that we just took buy side. I'm bearish, traded down. It's after 10 o'clock, and so I assumed that we would leave some sort of fair value gap right here, CB, which we did. So I bought this right here because it hit my inversion fair value gap, and it was the only BC, or it was the first BC down here, all on top of my inversion fair value gap. So I bought it, expecting it to form a CB, which it did. However, as soon as this 1023 candle closed and I saw the CB, I put my take profit one tick inside of the CB right there, and then it proceeded to run down a little bit further before trading back up into the CB. And so once I got stopped out, I was kind of laughing to myself, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just be done. I checked my box, I pressed the button, I did good, and I didn't want to kill it for the morning, but then we came down and hit. I think my take profit, or my goal was only somewhere in here. I don't even remember. But yeah, it was just kind of funny. I don't remember where my goal was down here, but it was somewhere. Anyway, maybe I'll sit here until 10:30, see if it. Well, I don't know. I kind of don't want to do anything. Not from a I'm scared perspective, but just I had one hypothetical, I didn't take it. Possibly a second hypothetical, I didn't take it. I have sell side written down here, but one thing I actually haven't done yet because I'm just talking is let's get this one here. So maybe that's also my mistake during my talking. Took the low of that range. So I suppose this is our goal up here. I'm gonna end this here. Just make it short this morning, and then I'll definitely do another one tomorrow. Videos has helped so much, and so have yours. Um, if I end up doing something, I'll try to like record it real quick, and then if I need to try and edit them together or something to make it complete. But I don't know. I kind of don't have high hopes after doing two things already, I guess. So, unless I'm being dumb, like. I feel like I talk so much now I confused myself. I don't know what to do, man. Maybe we are start coming down here because I see 5-minute bodies respecting the analog up here. 5-minute bodies are now respecting the first percent of fair value gap. Where's my 10 a.m. open? Open right there, and we haven't traded below it at all. Traded up into the first percent of fair value gap. Made a CB right here. Okay, maybe we're just gonna take a short here. Maybe that's what we're gonna do. But I don't really like how much range I'm getting here, man. From a stop loss perspective, this is another thing that kind of, I need to trust myself more. So I look at this and be like, okay, we just took this swing low. There's still a fair value gap right here, which we're inside of. And if we're looking at this high up here, then I don't want to take a short. However, 5-minute bodies respecting the analog, 5-minute bodies respecting the first percent of fair value gap. Haven't traded below 10 a.m. I was bearish. We just made a CB right here. I don't know, bro. I feel like I don't know is not the thing you want to say right before taking a trade. But I feel like my only choice is to not take hypotheticals, trust myself, or just let it sit. But I'll tell you what, I really do not like how freaking massive my stop loss is on this. I don't want this candle to do anything. I'd rather it just go. We spent a lot of time up here. I don't want it to close above consequent encroachment of this. I don't want it to close above consequent encroachment of this discount or premium wick right here. So depending on what happens in the next minute, I may close this, but I don't want this sitting up here. In fact, let's go. I don't want it closing above that line. And this is the other thing I hate. I can give myself this thing, like I don't want it closing above this. But if this thing just decides to rip and go hit my stop, I still got 27 seconds to where I could lose another, 40 handles because I'm waiting for the candle to close versus just, I don't know. What you doing here, man? Now it should go. If it's going to go, I want it to be right now. a little bit low. 387.5. This is another thing that's really hard. This is a piece of shit in here and I don't like it. And I don't know if I want to close it. Bodies are still respecting the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. So that just waked up, hit the consequent encroachment of this one. I want this biatch to go, man. Merry Christmas. I feel like there's a chance I get stopped out and I'm going to be like, I should have known better. Spent too much time up here. If it was going to go, it would have gone. Yeah. Little piece of shit. What a bitch. So that was interesting because there's a couple things going through my head. One, I feel like this and whatnot is kind of some of the reason why I just didn't want to do anything. On the other hand, I don't think my premise was complete bullshit. 5-minute bodies respecting first presented fair value gap. 5-minute bodies respecting the NWOG. However, if I'm going to say they're respecting the NWOG here, they already did trade down and take one sell side liquidity pool. So this potentially is irrelevant for a short at this point. So, but on the other hand, we have this low, consequent encroachment. Even after this was taken, 5-minute bodies were respecting the low or the first percent of fair value gap. And it gave me a bearish CB right there. And I had the thought of, this is bullshit, taking too long, screw you, I want to close it, and never did because, well, one, because when I do close it, a lot of the times I win. So, we're just practicing. It's fine. But, anyway, all that being said, I don't know if I screwed it up because I still, even though I guess my bias was kind of this way. One sec. Hold on. You know, that way. And this bitch is going that way. I don't know what I'm saying. Even though my premise was this way. Per the rules or whatever. Still looking for that right there. Which would have helped me not potentially take a short or get stopped out right here. And you're gonna call me and be like, yeah, it was long since here. I don't know why you went short there. Whatever, man. It's fine. I'm just practicing, okay? But I'm pissed. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I know. Sometimes I know. Anyway, 26 minutes. You told me you don't care if my videos, like, I can talk less. And I wasn't trying to just go crazy this morning. But, like, oh, I don't know. I have a complete thought this morning. You know, man? I was just trying to make my videos not so damn long on you and just boring, you know? Because I have a hard time watching videos like that. Not yours. Yours are helpful. Just videos in general. So I was trying not to make those. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna end it. I don't want it to be super long. Yeah, if you watch it, give me your thoughts. Thanks, man. Hope your vacation's so much fun.